Today, if you are quiet, people start asking, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Why are you not talking? Is everything alright? But there was a time when being quiet didn't mean something was wrong. It actually meant that you understood something. Hi, Moriant. Welcome to another episode of History with the Global Mo. This is where we tell African history the way it should be told. Now, let's talk about silence. In today's world, silence can feel uncomfortable. If a conversation goes quiet, someone quickly tries to fill the gap. We are used to constant talking and constant expression, but across many African cultures, silence carried meaning. In today's episode, we'll be talking about silence in four different ways. The first one is silence as respect. In many traditional settings, the younger people were not expected to interrupt the elders while they were talking. You listen first, then speak when it's your turn to. Being quiet in that moment didn't mean that you didn't have anything to say. It meant that you understood respect, hierarchy, and self control. And the second one is silence in mourning. When people lost a loved one, they didn't try to explain their grief with many words. Silence created a space for people to sit with their emotions. Sometimes just being there quietly was enough, nothing more. Number three is silence as a sign of warning. Silence was not always peaceful, sometimes it was intentional. Now, let's take our mothers for example. If you did something wrong to your mother and she chose not to speak to you about it, you should understand that that silence meant something. In some cases, a quiet reaction could correct a behavior faster than shouting or punishment. And lastly, silence and wisdom. In many African traditions, wisdom was not always about talking the most. It was about knowing when to speak and when not to. Someone who talked carelessly was seen as immature, but a person who listened, observed, and spoke thoughtfully was respected. In this case, silence was a language on its own. So when people say keep quiet, it's not always about shunning someone or shutting someone up. Sometimes it's about teaching awareness, patience, and control. And maybe that's something we can reflect on today. In a world where everyone is encouraged to speak all the time, there is still value in knowing when to pause, listen, and observe. And that'll be all on today's episode. Remember, the past is never just the past, it is our teacher. I'll see you next Tuesday on another episode of History with the Global Mo. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, Morias.